We're back.
This is our groove right here. Hey,
Can you guys hear the music?
I gotta get Rue Williams on the remix.
Yo,
to this.
that would be hot. Get Rue Williams.
All right, we're back. Another episode.
I'll be the judge of that.
Manhood tree. We're not gonna go 4 screens until Abdul believes me.
Until I see
He doesn't believe me. Usually takes about 20-something seconds. Some odd
you
seconds.
guys just bear with us.
So we'll just rock out to this.
Oh yeah, there you go, Zo.
Hey, we're on.
Dream chasing.
Boom, we're all here now,
Ding,
everybody.
ding, ding. All right, ladies and gentlemen, friends and foes, good people and bad people, we are back for another episode of the Manhood Tree Podcast. My name is Abdul Rahman bin Muhammad, and you know what? Today's gonna be a good show. We're bringing out Dream Chaser Infinity today. We're taking the people back for a dream chasing episode. This is a very important conversation, I think. But before we get into our conversation, why don't we allow for our co-host over here to introduce himself?
Oh, this is Alonzo Lee Beckett.
Alonzo Lee Beckett. All right, we have some amazing guests here tonight. I'm so excited about this topic because it's like my topic. It is the topic I like to talk about. It's like we're doing this Manhood Tree stuff, but before I was doing Manhood Tree stuff,
You was dreaming.
I was dream chasing. I was chasing. So let's get the guests going so that we can get to talking about some dreams.
Yes.
So over to my right we have
Hello, I'm Melvin Chapman Jr. I'm a husband,
Yep.
father of 4, truck driver, and I'm a actor. Let's put it that way.
nice.
Nice.
You kind of like was like sketchy one as the last part.
sure.
You didn't really believe it, but we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that. And over to my left we have
Patrick Rico Williams. I am an author, educator, advocate. I'll be in these streets.
Be Out in These Streets. Okay. Listen, tonight we're talking about dream chasing. Today we're gonna talk about the main topic tonight is what is your dream? And Melvin, just because you stuttered at the end of your introduction, where you were like, "I'm kind of like an actor," I think. I want to know. I want to know what happened. What happened just then? What's going on?
Well, I was trying to figure out how to put it.
Oh, okay. You. It's not that you didn't have confidence that you're an actor. You just didn't want to. You didn't want to oversell
He
it.
might want to say thespian. You can say thespian. We
thespian?
respect that as
Okay.
well. Thespian.
So for those who are watching, just so you know, just to give a little historical perspective, I am the founder of an organization called the Dream Support Network. We had that organization. It's been going on for about 15 years, and the Dream Support Network, our main thing that we were trying to do is encourage, inspire, and motivate people to live the life of their dreams. And so over the 10 years, we've done numerous things. We came up with like the Dream Chasers Workshop. We had our ice cream truck. We did ice cream for a dream. But the number one question that we would ask people on a consistent basis is, what is your dream? And so one of the things that tonight, I want to put a little manhood tree twist on this question, because we're all men here sitting at the table. And I would like to know, as we sit here as men, I feel like having a dream is a very important thing. I feel like, knowing, it's almost like as a man, you have to have a dream to know where you're going. Mm-hmm. And so what I'd like to do is open up the floor and see if anybody would like to talk to us a little bit about right now, as you sit here at the Manhood Tree Podcast tonight, what is your dream? Like, and if you need some direction on that, I came up with this list a number of years ago, just because sometimes when I ask the question just blankly like that, people get a little confused. So when I say, what is your dream? It could be in categories like, what is your dream job? Maybe that's what you're thinking about. What is your education dream? What is your adventure dream? Your entertainment dream, your entrepreneurship dream, your travel dream, your relationship dream, your family dream, your health, mind, and body dream, your philanthropy dream. Those are like 10 different categories, but you could go away from those categories too. You could just tell me what your dream is. So anybody want to jump in on that and talk about what is Zoe wants to get it.
No, I was thinking before we do that, get them all going.
You want to go get a Dream
Pick a
Chaser?
card. So I'll pick a Dream Chaser
All right,
card.
all right. So
Do the advertisement.
you get it. Yep.
The
All right.
advertisement.
So
Product
while you guys
placement.
think about what your dream is,
That's what we're gonna do to get them going.
we're gonna take a little pressure off you because
Yes, that's what that
You
does.
know,
That takes off the
so
pressure.
what we have right here, this is the Dream Chaser deck.
Dream deck.
This Dream Chaser deck was created for Dream Chasers, and it was specifically created for when you are having a tough day, or not even having a tough day. It's like a motivational tool to get you out the block. And so, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to pick out a card, read it, go through the deck, read as many cards as you need to get you kind of like motivated. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to pick one card, and then you're going to tell us what you think about what the card, the message is. So I took my card. I'm going to pass it over here, and I'm going to show the people my message.
Would you say honesty?
Honesty over lies.
Now you got to go into that. You got to.
You want me to tell about it?
No, don't pick another one. Give me the card. Yeah, he's looking at around. No, pick that one. Keep that one.
And then
All right, all right, so that's yours.
okay, you want me to start?
No, let him show his.
What do you get?
It says.
Stop hanging out with haters. yeah.
Mine says.
Argument card.
That's a
Yes,
good one.
I love mine. Come on now. Come
Be your
on.
best self today. I like that.
I like that. So,
Yes.
all right, and yours is.
For the rest of your life, have a dream.
Have a dream.
Oh,
Easy.
These
These are
These
good.
$1 million cards.
These
right?
are $1 million
I don't know how
cards.
much she's gross so far.
I don't
but
know
she-
why I didn't sell a lot of these.
I was gonna say, like, where can you find
Right,
this?
right.
You can't. You can't.
There's
This is
none.
like one of the
Limited
last
edition.
decks.
It's a limited edition. All right, so you tell us.
Well, this is you talk about manhood. You talk about being a good person. You talk about trying to be a dream chaser. It's really basically saying like, yo, just tell the truth. A lot of people right now in our society, I think that people lie a little bit too much. I think people are lying about how successful they are. People are lying about how rich they are. People are lying about the things that they've done, places they want to go, things they want to have. They're just lying. The thing that is really deep about this is that people lie so much, they've forgotten about who they really are. Like they've forgotten the truth about themselves. This is what's happening.
Yes.
So I think that we want people to just be honest. And I think the one thing you can do, I just want to tell you something, though, real quick. This is a sidebar.
Oh.
This is a sidebar.
Wow.
I am on fire today. Just so you know,
Let's go.
I feel like
Good, me too.
I feel like myself today. I feel like
good.
In
I
my
feel
last
great.
2 meetings of the day, I was like killing these people in the meeting. It was like I was on fire.
Yeah,
I might have made $1 million today.
You guys were just in a meeting.
I just had a meeting with you guys too. I felt good today. I just want to say, okay.
You said I'm a body? Like,
I'm laboring. I'm laying people down. In my last 2 meetings, I murdered some people today. But my point is this: it's as a man, as a dream chaser, just be honest with yourself. When you look in the mirror, be honest about who you are and what you can do, and then go do it. And your life will be so much better. That's mine. That's what I'm saying.
like, I love that. Like, so, like,
Oh, yeah. I share.
let it breathe. Feel you, let it breathe. No, I was gonna say too. Like, I actually love that card. Like, because I think a lot of it is like, so if we're in a space talking about vulnerability, like again, you can't really fix anything if you're lying about the condition.
That's right.
Right. So like, you
Can't
don't
lie
ever
to
get to the
yourself.
things.
Yeah.
So like, I definitely love that card too. I just wanted to chirp in on that. I'm gonna get to mine later.
Yeah. Go ahead, chirp away.
No.
Oh, you want to come back to yours later? You want to get somebody else to go?
No, I can go.
Jump in yours.
Yeah, you got it.
Show it
The
again.
floor is yours.
For the rest of your life, have a dream.
Yeah, it's good.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's important.
I mean, I think there's always having a thing to strive for, always having a thing that like keeps you going. It's so yeah, like I think after a while, people have the tendency to get complacent after a while. So like, what's the next mountain? What's the next journey? Where's the next place? What's the next thing that we want to get to? That's something that kind of like pulls you forward and also helps you to like pull other people with you as well. Like just making sure you have a dream and sometimes dreaming for yourself and to put yourself in a good place, but also like dreaming for community, people, like just being able to create the space that we could all flourish and we could all strive in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I love that.
Yes.
All right, Melvin, what you
I'll
got?
let you go. I'll go last, Melvin. You're up.
Gotcha. Stop hanging out with haters.
Yeah, you was thinking on that one for a minute. I know it came around. So what does that mean to you?
It's a deep one. I
It is.
have some comments on
I
that.
got comments on that too.
I want to say something about
You got some comments.
It's deep in why. Like you can go so many ways with this.
Yeah. Speaking of Mike.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So like even like yesterday, I was strolling. I seen a picture of a good fruit, fruit that's rotting out, and it was close together, and the rotten fruit was coming on to the good fruit. So it's like, you gotta be careful who you hang out with. Which was so funny that I got this card because you just never know. Because like they say, keep your friends close, enemies even closer.
That's right.
Most of the time, the enemy is your friend.
Wow.
You say the hate is contagious? Is that what you're saying?
It's contagious.
Unfortunately, and the sad part, you just never know sometimes until that they want to show themselves.
Right.
Because people wear masks sometimes, you're like, okay, that's my friend, but by the time they hating on you, looking at your wife, you just never know. That's the sad part.
I stay away from them
hating
dudes.
on your life because you got your family, you got your kids, and they just have businesses, so they kind of sometimes that's not enough for them. They want a family too, but they can't have it, or they don't have it at the time, I should say. And it's just gotta be careful. So you never know who you hanging out with. So that's the hard part. That's what I was thinking about. Like, should I get another card?
Hey, you can get another card. You want another one? Try another one.
You talk yourself into another
Let's see
card.
what happens, man. Let's see what you get.
Plenty of cards.
He wants a more positive card. Let's see what he got.
What's that one say?
What would happen if you tried a little harder?
Woo, man! I'm on
some good cards,
today,
man. What would happen?
Yeah, what would happen?
They're like loud.
That's a good. That is.
What would happen if you tried a little harder? I believe dreams will come true.
They would come true. They would come true. All right, Zoe, what you got over there, man?
Well, mine says, be your best self today.
Okay, what's that mean?
Well, I believe in this wholeheartedly. Like I feel like I should take care of myself before anybody else because I'm no good to anyone else if I'm not good.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe in the affirmations, manifestations in the morning. I talk to myself all the time about what's about to come true.
Yep.
What I know is about to come true, and I believe in everything that I say. And I put forth the effort for it to come true. So I say, be the best yourself today, but you can't necessarily be the best. You can't be the best person making cakes and you never bake cakes. So
right.
You can't like wish for something.
No,
it's not a wishing type thing. It's like the affirmation, the manifesting it, like put people around me that I think can bring my dream or whatever I'm trying to do. Or today, what I'm trying to do for myself today, I make sure I contact those people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so if I could be myself today, I'm better off for everybody around me.
You notice how the "your" was capitalized too?
Yeah.
It said "be your." So I think that one of the things that we have to recognize is that we can only be our best self. Mm-hmm. I can't be the best Zoe.
Right.
I can't be the best Patrick. I can't be the best Melvin. I can only be Abdul. Mm-hmm. And I can only do it today. I can't even worry about tomorrow, and I can't go back to yesterday and try to fix that. And so a lot of times I think we get caught up in the past. People be like, man, remember when I had this, da-da-da. And people get caught up in the future sometime too far. I think it's good to think about the future, but I think that, yes. but if you're thinking about the future and you're not focusing on right now, like you're not dealing with today, I think that sometimes that could be a problem. So I think if you get up and say, in these next 24 hours, I'm going to be my best self, and I'm going to really engage in this world, embrace the world, do something with the world, and I'm going to get the most out of it, because who knows if you get to tomorrow.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You're planning for next week, and you ain't even being happy about today. So I'm all about just making happiness today.
And like, again, your idea, so a little bit of both of you guys. So like Zoe saying, so like thinking to the future. But again, like, see, I like your point being that the future can be really abstract.
Yeah.
So like the idea of thinking to the future, but also laying the seeds that need to be laid today to be able to get there.
Yeah. One of the weeks we should do a show where we just talk about cards.
Those cards?
Yeah, just cards. We just
pull another one.
Do another card.
Pull another card.
That's what we're gonna do. Not today though. Today I want to know, and listen, for the people that are watching. For the 4 people that are watching.
That's more than that. Remember that.
Okay, it's
we found people that
they oh, that's right. People they know me. That's right.
We were like,
for all my people out there. No, anyways, for the people that are watching too, I would love for you to take a moment and write in the chat, what is your dream? Because I think that we don't talk enough about this. And you know, when you're with a group of men, if I know what your dream is, I know maybe I can help you with that dream.
Yes.
And so who would like to start this one off? You're going to start it off?
Starting. We got something new about to happen.
What's going to they elevate you?
We got a new network.
Ooh, I saw that.
We elevate you. So this is what I like to do.
Did you so what do you think about the secret restaurant show instead of Eat and Talk?
Eat and Talk?
Yes, I'm thinking about.
We can't. We got a formula. We got to see how we can.
No, I thought it all the way out.
Okay, yeah, we could do it.
It's
Throw
like
it on there.
every episode, we're gonna go to a restaurant, right? I'm gonna go eat there. I'm gonna take some secret pictures of
yeah, that's
certain,
easy. Yeah.
and then we give people like, okay, the goal is for like who's gonna figure out what was the secret restaurant this week before.
Yeah, let me tape it because you tape it. You give it away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tape. I'm not gonna tape.
You give it all away. You see the whole background. You're like, I know where it is.
Just to be clear, I knew the first one.
See, because you saw something.
No. I actually went there.
Oh,
So like I was working.
Yeah.
So I was somewhere that was really close to where the first one was.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, all right. So I saw all. I was like, oh, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nah. We
Well,
gonna
that
tape
one
where
went
you
on
don't
for a
know
little.
nothing.
That
That
went
one went
for
on
a
for a minute.
good amount. The second one,
But
people
we definitely could do it.
Yeah, that'll be a great show.
So Elevate You is the name of the network.
Yes, dope.
Okay, so the whole premises of the network is we're going to have 10 to 12 shows of people in the community that you know. We have we have Kyle Anderson's going to do some politics.
Yep.
We have Abdul has a show on some cooking, some manhood stuff. We have Deshelle doing some women empowerment.
Yep.
We have Tiffany Young doing some women's empowerment. We'll have Keith Davis with some motivation. We'll have Joaquin.
Let's go.
With some health and fitness. We'll have Amos with some marriage counseling.
Nice.
We'll have Eli with some take flight. So we're going to have AJ has the kickback he's going to bring back. So we have all these shows and the great host.
We are Black Wall Street.
Yep.
We got to do that show.
So and we are Black Wall Street's the show, and what we're doing, the whole purpose of the network is to separate from the indie video production ad agency because it's going to be by itself, and all information I've learned how to like get ads and get leads and all that. I'm going to use that for each individual episode. So like AJ's the kickback, I can tell you everybody that likes you, the analytics, and give that to you. You can run with that. Then at the end of the year, we're gonna have those 10 shows. Be 100. It'll be 100 total episodes. They all get together in August. We'll have a network party like they do, like the big people do, right? So we're gonna do. My whole thing is to create a network, right? I'm gonna monetize the network, and then we're gonna be. I could. Everybody in Connecticut can watch it. I don't really desire for anybody. If they want to watch it outside of Connecticut, fine. But I just wanted to be like a We Are Black Wall Street type thing because I believe people in our community are very powerful and successful in their own right. But the powers that be, for whatever reason, they don't care to shine a light on you unless something bad happens in our community where you got to speak about how good the community is despite what happened type. You know what I mean? So the whole network is to empower all of us. And we can use the platform to give each other knowledge and information on a particular topic, such as like I was saying, politics or health and wellness.
And y'all been doing that for some time too. Like again, like I love that. Like I always love the approach, but again, like you guys have like had content for some time,
right? So it's only
like,
right
been producing shows for like, a long time.
When Zoe does my my death video, it's gonna be so much content.
All the B-roll.
We always talk about my death video. I told him that I have so much content. He's gonna be like, and Abdul was back in two.
I feel like if you just like etch out the specific words, you can make your own eulogy.
Yeah,
Like,
The whole thing.
is it the whole thing? No, we're letting AI do it. We're learning
we
a
learn
lot
some
of stuff now.
Yeah, AI will do all
So
of it.
AI will do it all. But
All of
I mean, we just wanna
That's it, man.
switched up my thing. So your dream is to
To build a network.
build a network.
The people that I love that are already around me. I like to work with.
Yes,
That's it.
and we're gonna have the greatest launch party ever.
It's going to be the greatest time. It's going to be the greatest thing ever.
100 people should at least be there, maybe more.
At least 100. Then they bring their family and friends.
I love it.
But it's yeah, that's it. Just the network. The network's going to kick off in September.
Yep.
It's going to run for 5 months. It'll be done in like May,
Yep.
June-ish. In August, we spend a couple of months to prepare. Got it all mapped out. If everyone adheres to the scheduling, we'll be good.
We'll be good to
But
go.
it still should be good because I already figured it out. If we don't start it till January, we'll still be good.
So if you haven't already, go on Facebook and like the Elevate You network.
we got to change that. I'm gonna have you change the 100 followers thing. We got to change that already.
We're going to.
We got to say we need 1,000 followers because 100 already.
Okay.
We have 100, I think.
But I'm saying you need to like the page. We want
Gotta
everybody to
it.
go like
Gotta
the page.
it. Then eventually we'll subscribe to you guys. And when you really like the content, we'll subscribe and get $1 from you each for all the people that's on.
Nice.
But we won't do that now.
Not yet.
Not yet. But once it gets really good,
Donate $1.
we'll start. You start subscribing so you can get.
You want to see the
stuff.
content. You want to see
content,
yourself. Yes.
Yes.
Support the people in your community.
That's what it is. That's
like
all
that.
community.
I
All
like
community.
I like that. All right.
Next, who's up?
Who's next?
your
What
name?
is your dream?
so for me, like of late, it's been health. It's been
Okay.
health a lot. Right?
Tell me more.
I'm actually writing about this too. Right. So like,
nice.
what's it? So what's
Men's health?
No, well, my health specifically.
Yeah.
So
That's your man. Let's do it.
yeah, exactly. So like, I'm being like very like because somebody was asking me like recently like what are the things I'm allowing myself to be selfish around.
Yep.
And this is like one of those things that I'm allowing myself. I'm kind of like zeroing in on.
Uh-huh.
In my mind, so like I have a complex, like right, like literally where like my father passed at 41, and like there are a lot of similarities, and like there's a lot of things that like I just didn't know about, and I'm finding out in real time.
Right.
So like for a long time, the child in me was like, all right, cool, I'm going out at 41.
Wow.
Right. So it's like I'm 40 now.
Yes. Okay.
Right. But so a part of it was also like, and it's funny how like 40 is different when you're 16
Yeah.
versus like when you're like right there.
Right.
So a part, so it's that, but it's also like I want to say, in the last month I was having like a lot of pain, a lot of different things. So like this month specifically, I've like been focused on like circling out my rings like every day.
Good.
Like I've been in the gym or like walking in the community or like doing those things. I'm Jamaican. I didn't really rock with sea moss until very recently.
Okay.
Exactly. Like I was in pain, and like all of a sudden that was not there anymore. So like just doing, because there's food that there are foods that like the nutrients are in that I don't always eat. So like it's been specifically like just moving my body and like just and like literally like, because if I talk about like how I'm feeling now versus how I felt a month ago,
Right.
it's like a drastic difference.
So you feel much better now.
Much better. Like, so I was again, I work in a school, right? So again,
Yeah.
I work in a middle school specifically, right? So I'm in the school, and obviously kids want to play basketball, and like I can't take a shot because I got
Back pain.
ridiculous back pain.
Yep.
Like that's not there anymore for like a bevy of reasons,
That's
right?
awesome.
So I think for me specifically, I'm also like, I've also been like described as like a procrastinator / like late bloomer. So like I feel like it's one of those where it's like, all right, cool, like 41 is right there.
Yes.
Let's start doing this now.
Right.
I've tried before, but again, it's catching on now.
So what about the mental health?
I mean, like the mental health has always been there. Like, so I do the therapy pieces.
Okay.
Like, that's been a thing that I've been doing for some time. Therapy, also like mindfulness. Like I'm not like, my therapist asked me like, what am I doing for myself, and like, that's always the hardest thing to answer.
Yeah.
But I do try to like incorporate a thing to kind of like give myself time. I'm like, I say I'm in these streets, but I've also been like very insular of late.
Okay.
I've been like just being very conscious of like just the resources and how much, like just being able to being selfish with my time, being selfish with my resources, just kind of like giving myself time to recharge.
Right.
Those
I like
things.
it. I like it. All right. So we got a network. We got a more of a focus on health.
But it's mad selfish. But again, if it inspires
No,
somebody,
no. But see, like,
But you
we're-
can't, like I was saying, you
I want to
can't.
live. Like,
you
so-
can't help nobody.
yeah,
You
we're
can't help nobody if you're not here. You
That
can't help
part.
nobody.
That
You
part.
gotta be selfish.
And it's also
Gotta
like,
be.
and that's apart from like all the other things that I do. But I
Yeah.
think for me, it was like,
Gotta be selfish.
it
for
was
that.
like, I know I wasn't feeling in the best. I wasn't in the best space, and like I was literally having like, yo, could be it conversations. Right?
But we're big proponents for health. Like
Yeah.
it's, the manhood tree. That's like one of our like
we gotta get you the
areas.
checklist.
yeah.
Go get it.
Yes, we give you a checklist. I'll give you that before you leave.
Send that,
And we
send
do all
Yes,
that.
please.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
You're up.
what you got,
I
Melvin?
had one question though.
Yeah.
So you believe that the CMOS and exercise help you?
Yes. Like, so CMOS specific. So I would, and again, I don't know the science. I really don't. Like the enzymes connect and like whatever, right? Like, I don't. But I do know that again, it stopped the inflammation.
Yep.
And I think so. Like, and it was.
Don't
and
get
a-
Zoe started.
And a part of it was also like, but that's the thing. Like, so you're not moving, and then you're like, oh, I can't move. That's crazy. So when the inflammation stops, you're like, all right, cool. Let me go move. Right. So like then that happened. I started doing, what is that? Like sorry, my fault. I saw what's his name? Styles. Is it She? Or is it Styles?
Styles P. Yep.
Styles P has like Pharmacy for Life.
Yep.
So like I follow that page as well, and there's like tips on that as well. So I think I'm trying to remember what is it, it's. I'm gonna forget it, but like there's also like an oil of oregano.
Okay. Yep.
There's like a couple other things that I'm taking more of. I was doing magnesium for a while because like for sleep.
Yeah.
But it's all I'm doing that
Bone
a lot
health.
more, right?
Yeah.
So like I think my body was starved of those things.
Yep.
So I'm not saying it was the whole thing. Obviously, movement and exercise was like the majority of it.
How's your water
But
drinking?
I drink a lot of water. It's crazy.
Okay, just want to.
But I always have, right? But I think the issue was like the inflammation was the key, because it was like I couldn't do anything because I was just in pain.
Well,
Go ahead, though.
all right,
Get
let me get in there.
get a couple minutes.
Your,
in.
your inflammation,
Talk the thing down.
your off inflammation is
Yeah.
from processed food and animal products.
Yeah.
That's
Can
where you
I-
get
can
all
I
the
say
inflammation
something?
from that. And the magnesium, because your body sends magnesium to your your blood vessels to aid in that.
Yeah.
And then you take magnesium, so then you have too much of it, and then your body
Yeah.
acts a certain way. So your body is trying to heal itself, but if like the sea moss is helping it, but then if you go have a hamburger, you're kind of counteractive.
Can I have
Makes
one?
sense.
Can I say something? I gave up fast food this week.
Nice. Congrats on that.
Every week we're checking in.
Congrats on that.
All right.
Every week.
Today I went to Tangiers and I had my
I've been in Tangiers.
I didn't have a falafel. No, I had a gyro.
I had a falafel today.
Gyro.
Falafel me.
I haven't been in Tangiers.
But everything,
Go to
everything,
Tangiers. Tell them after
Yeah.
I sent you.
man, everything you eat, man, it's the oils too. Everybody they cook it in canola oil, vegetable oil, a lot of seed oils and seed oils. It coats your blood vessels, man. You have like 16,000 miles of blood vessels. So every time something happens, it takes a different route to get the blood's the lifeline. So after 40, 50 years, some of them roadblocks get blocked off. So then that's when people have heart failure and heart attacks, and they look perfectly fine. It's because of the food. It's because of the animal products and all that. It's just lining your inside
And it's the things that
vessels.
you don't eat too. Like I said, so like for me, I wasn't doing avocados. There's like foods that I
Yeah,
don't
you need to
eat
eat
that-
things, yes.
No, there was
Fruits,
things,
vegetables.
but I was gonna say that there's things that I wasn't eating that like I'm getting the supplements now from from other things,
Yeah.
right? So it's like
You need
it's
100,
another way to
102.
I
96,
started a
102.
multivitamin.
You need 102. 102 essentials.
I think they said sea moss is like 96 of them things though.
Yep. So you need those.
Yeah.
You won't get them anywhere else if you just ate regularly. But people eat
All right.
fast food.
So just for future shows, we're already gonna do a Dream Chaser deck show.
Yep.
We need to do a show, and I'm gonna leave this to you.
Let's go. We're doing some food show.
No, it's gonna be
You
a
slackers.
show totally a men's health show. I would love to get a doctor, but I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
I'll be
But I
mad.
wouldn't mind having like somebody like you, like Dr. Sebi. We could have a young Sebi on the show. If anybody out there considering himself a young Dr. Sebi, contact the Manhood Tree podcast.
Yes.
Come on with
Can I
us.
just say one thing?
Even though he thinks he's Dr. Sebi.
Like, watch this. What do you eat?
What do you mean?
Like, what animals do you eat?
Oh, it's
A cow,
lamb,
a cow,
lamb,
a cow, a pig,
Yeah. Just everything that they put on the ark, really.
right? Cow, if you see, even if you
Everything on
if
the
you
ark.
believe in the ark, if you believe in the guilt,
Not believing in
That's
the
fair.
ark no
That's
more?
fair.
believe
Like,
in the
I just
guilt.
it was a point of reference. It was a point of reference.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's a point of reference.
my point is everything that you eat.
Uh-huh.
Why do you eat it? You say it's because it's for protein, right? Hey, right? No, it's what the meat's for. It's not.
That's what they.
That's
say.
what we were told. But like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what do they eat for protein?
Exactly.
Oh,
Grass.
gorillas?
No, everything that you eat.
Grass.
They, they,
And if they ate meat instead of what they're supposed to eat, what would happen to them? They die. What happens to you eventually when you eat what you die? You die earlier than you're supposed to because you're not supposed to eat meat.
This started. This
That's
show,
all.
the show started off so positive, and then you just took us on a. You can't do that.
it's
You
not
can't.
negative.
You can't
It's
go
not
take us
negative.
down that road.
But now I'm curious. Like, are you plant based or?
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
I eat plants.
You didn't figure that out.
See, I eat plant
I
fruits.
was like really
and
heavy
nuts.
on it. Like,
Yeah,
Plant fruits, seeds, and nuts. That's
he's
it.
already
okay,
there.
okay, okay.
None of
Nuts. Pause.
Hey, yo.
that. No, we don't do that,
I
son.
didn't. Sorry, I just
Don't do that, son. Because back in the day, we ain't cared about that. It was like, that shit hard. It was hard. It wasn't like your pause, son.
I didn't say that.
It was just hard.
All right,
son.
my bad. I was just trying to be cool. All right, Melvin, what is your dream?
Now, the reason why I had asked because basically both of them, theater and my health. I'm into healing right now,
Okay.
mentally and physically. Just self love.
I love it.
I turned 40 last year, and it's
You
like,
guys are young. Congratulations. I wish I was 40.
40.
Me
gang.
too. That's a
I
long
remember
time.
when I was 40. That was great times. I was living La Vida Loca.
That's almost a decade ago.
Yeah, it was a decade ago. Hell.
No juegas conmigo.
So tell us about what do you envision about this whole like acting theater thing? You said theater. Tell us a little bit more about that. Like if you could actually get what you wanted, what would that look like?
it would look like see the reason why I'm into theater because my thing is about people being happy, you know, people in good moods. So theater for me, that brings that to all ages, so I can reach everybody at the same time.
Right.
Because like last year I was in Lion King with the Act Up
Theater. Yeah, nice.
That was such a dope production.
Yeah.
I didn't
Appreciate it. That was Timon.
Timon?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that's good action.
Shout out,
Okay.
man. Shout out, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And it was just that was my. It was a push from my wife, which I thank God. She was like, "Come down and act out for it, whatever." I'm like, the nerves and fears came about, but
Right.
I went down, was like, "Forget it, I'm gonna do it."
Yeah.
And I got the role, and I thank God because the children, they was so the smiles on the face. That's what bring me joy. People happy, you know?
Right.
And then with theater, that helps me to get to reach that dream and goal in my life. So that's why theater is really my main thing. Cause like even like now, my wife do a read out loud with children. And it's like 5 to 9 year old, and Lord's will, hopefully I get to read a book to them, and I'll get to act the character out and just see the smiles and just to
Nice.
encourage them as children. You know, just
Yeah.
want to read and just have fun reading. Period. The joy of people just always bring me the joy.
I like it.
And then but that requires me to heal. You
Mm.
know, certain child hurt myself.
Ooh,
Right.
we.
Right.
So you know that's why I'm working on myself now.
Yeah.
And I'm thank God I'm still new to the fatherhood program.
Yo.
I thank God that Demetrius had introduced me to you.
Yeah,
Shout out to Demetrius
Shout out.
Chambly.
Yes, sir.
Shout out.
No doubt.
We haven't seen Demetrius in a long time.
He was on
man.
vacation. He
If,
didn't
if
come back.
Demetrius is out there, we miss you, my brother.
Come back from vacation.
Come back,
man.
Demetrius.
No doubt.
Come back to the show. We'd love to have you on, man.
Yes, sir. So that led me to going to therapy now just to get stuff out. And
Yeah.
healing is in progress. And
Yeah.
I thank God for that
Yeah.
thus far. So that's why and also with health. Like I've been a pescatarian for about 8 years. I'm trying to get off the fish also because I know it ain't the mercury and stuff is not helpful.
Yeah, man.
Right.
no.
But that's why I asked about the sea moss because I was taking sea moss and then I kind of stopped because I was making it myself instead of buying it. I was
Yeah.
buying it from this place and I soaked it and
Yep.
whatnot.
Yep.
And my wife would chop it up. And
Yeah.
so I was taking it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean,
They don't have a pill?
No,
They
it's
do.
easy.
Well,
It's
they-
a process, man.
So like I think for
Damn,
me, like
man.
I prefer the one that expires. Like
Is there a pill? Are you-
No.
They're capsules. They're capsules.
Yeah.
They're
Make
vegan
it, man.
capsules.
but I do the gel.
God, man.
Just make it.
He's,
man. It's
he's
not that
taking
hard.
sea moss and chopping it up.
Yeah, I do. A juice, man. Yeah, man. Good
Come
for
on,
you.
man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Come on, man. Just give me a pill, man.
Whipping up work.
Yeah. All right, my dream. I really, what I really would like to do. I'm not gonna tell a health dream. Like he already stole health today. My dream. I would like to be. I've always wanted to do this. We tried it. We almost made it. I would like to be a national. Like I would like to just go out and do like training for fatherhood engagement. I would like to do training of my fatherhood monologues training. I like to perform the fatherhood monologues. I would like to talk about the manhood tree all over the country. That's basically what I would like to do. I feel like I feel the most excited and happy when I'm doing that kind of work. And so I think it's cool. Like right now I do a lot of this stuff statewide in Connecticut, but I want to get to California. I want to go to Chicago. I want to go to Texas. I want to go to Detroit. I want to go to New York. And so that's my dream is really to be, to me, that would be like the highest level of doing the kind of work that I do. And so like, like the agency is fine, but I would really like to just, and also I would like to get paid. Like, like, so it's not just, I think the I always feel better when I get, like, I don't mind doing stuff for free. Like I'll do stuff for free, but I always feel better when I get paid. And I think if I got paid the way that I felt like I should get paid and I was able to do all the things that I wanted to do, I would be a very happy person. So that's my dream right now. Damn. So
Is that a matter of like finding the grants that get you to travel with your that's something that is a matter. Is it a matter of finding like the grants in other states that will pay for the workshops?
no, I think it's just a matter of advertising and marketing because I don't see it as a grant. It's really like right before you guys came in today, I was reading this article and it was talking about the fatherhood work all over the United States and where everybody is in it.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, I do all the work for Connecticut. Right. And so it's like there's states that are like at 10%. They're nowhere near they were supposed to be. And so it's just a matter of me getting my package together and sending it to that state and them saying, hey, We would like you to come in and do a training in our state.
When you say 10%, you mean like 10% of the possible funding, or
10% of the possible engagement that they're supposed to be doing. So like, let's say, like they're supposed to be engaging fathers and they're engaging fathers at 10% when they should. And let's say Connecticut is at 47%, but we really want the states to be at 80%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, take fatherhood in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about the DCF system, engaging fathers who are incarcerated. So those are pretty easy people to get in contact with.
Yeah.
Because we all know where they are.
Yeah.
But the numbers on that is like 30%. And so it's like just one thing like that. So I want to be able to go in and work with the local DCF and say to them like, yo, this is an easy win. Make your workers go in and go see that. And it's like, I'll develop a whole training around just going into the prison and going to see the fathers. And so you can be able to say that's one less thing on your fatherhood engagement that you're getting a ding on, you're getting a thumbs up on it instead. So I have like 10 different trainings on fatherhood engagement that I do. And my whole thing mostly is just to remind people how important fathers are in the lives of their children. You know, so when we think about children in general, especially when they get involved with DCF or something like that, especially for a non-custodial father, that means sometimes that, you know, they're jumping over that guy to get to foster care when they could engage and work with him. And so I just want to do more trainings, more performances, more talking. That's all. Like that's what I want to do. I'd be very happy with that.
I just think that's all it is marketing.
Yeah.
Most people that I realize when I do business with them, they don't even know they need what they need. They don't know. You see it,
right?
But they don't see it. And then maybe they do see it, but they don't see it as simply as you put it.
Yeah.
Right? They say they have a follow program. Maybe no one knows. Like, they have no idea because they haven't seen anything or heard about it.
Right.
Then they see it and like, hey, this guy has everything I need. Call him in here, grab him in here, and that could be the one.
That's it.
But it's just the marketing of
yeah.
And even when we talk about like fatherhood, like workshops and fatherhood like trainings.
Yeah.
I love the idea that you're taking an unconventional. Obviously, you have conventional ways of doing it, but you also like are taking unconventional, like manhood.
Oh yeah.
Manhood tree. Fatherhood monologues. Like these are unconventional ways to like do the same like training.
Well, one of the things that like with that fatherhood monologue training is it allows like the way I do it. It's like a setup. So it's like basically I'll do my monologue. Then I say to them, you got 30 minutes, 20 minutes to write your own monologue. So people are like, I can't write that in 20 minutes. But then they do. They write something. Now, when they write it, they tell their story. Right. And so it may not be as perfect. You know, like we work on our monologues. We've been able to edit it. We've been able to get, but in 20 minutes, you get what you get. But the thing is that they tell you a story. Right. And so depending on your life, you tell that story. So if your father was involved, you get up and you say, my dad was the greatest dad ever. He was in my life. He helped me out. If your dad was a bum, you say, my dad was a bum and I hated that dude. Whatever the story is, they tell it. And so now everybody's in the room, they told their story. And they think that the workshop is about them telling their story. But now I got them. Because now I'm like, oh, y'all feeling little tears. Now I say, okay, the way you feel right now, I want you to realize that the kids that you serve, they feel like this too. Mm-hmm. The kids you serve, the kids that you haven't gone to see this month, the fathers you haven't called, the feeling you feeling, like, oh, you said your father wasn't involved. Well, right now there's a kid who's in your care who's thinking their father is not involved because you haven't contacted them, right? So I take them on a little ride. I take them on the ride where their emotions are high, they're feeling a little sad, or happy, whatever. Then I hit them with a baseball bat because it's like. The reality is everybody has a feeling about fatherhood for themselves. Yeah. But as social workers, they have to remember that those kids, they still got a shot with them. They could still change the outcome for them. They could still, if a father's not that engaged, they could still get them engaged. If a father, let's say the father's never going to be engaged. But guess what? If they go talk to him, they could find out about his mother, his father, his sister, his brother. So the kid got aunts, uncles. Why are we putting the kid in foster care? So these are the conversations we're able to have after we do our emotional thing. Now we're able to say, like, let's look at the work now, because these kids that are coming into your care because of whatever happened with their mom, they have fathers, and it's your job to reach out to them. And so that's what I want to do. I just want to hold people accountable. Talk to them about fatherhood. Talk to them about manhood. And even that, like, I love to talk about, like, I keep telling people, like, the reason I created the manhood tree, and you know, being that I was like big on fatherhood, like I'm a fatherhood guy, but manhood is the trunk of the tree. Mm-hmm. And so we talk about fatherhood. We have this whole fantasy about fatherhood, but to me, it's like, you show me a good man, you're gonna show me a good father.
It's a fruit of the tree.
If you can't have a tree that has a good trunk and a bad branch.
Right. Yep.
It's gonna, if the trunk is good, the branch is good. Right. If the trunk is bad, so now we talking about manhood. If the man ain't good, and you tell me he ain't a good father, I'm gonna be like, I believe that. Mm-hmm. And you tell me, so this is the thing that's interesting. You can't have a branch, like one branch will have fruit, right? Mm-hmm. So like, think about men. Our brotherhood bonds could be tight, but our fatherhood bond could be weak. And fatherhood is one of those things where it's like a learned behavior. Some people, their father wasn't involved in their life, and they decide to copy that same thing. Somebody else, their father wasn't involved in their life, they decided to do the complete opposite. They say, I'm going to be involved in my kid's life because of what happened to me. Right. And so the thing is, though, as men, we don't typically talk about none of it. So you got dudes just kind of waffling. They're in the world dealing with it by themselves.
And it's like, it's making it up as you go along because you don't really know what the thing is.
And so we have to create spaces like this where we can talk about fatherhood and talk about, you know, what kind of father do we want to be? Right. You know, what's the difference between being a father of little kids and teenagers? I got teenagers, and my oldest daughter is going to be 30 next month. And so it's like, that's a different type of fatherhood. One of the things that we're talking about, like we're pitching right now, is Fatherhood is Forever. That's another little campaign I have. We got our beads, right?
I'm looking for the shirt for that one. I'm waiting for the T-shirt.
The T-shirt, you know what? I got a T-shirt too. But it's like the concept that fatherhood. A lot of dudes will be like, "Oh, I can't wait till they turn 18," and they're gonna bail on them at 18. And I'm trying to say, like, nah, yo, we stuck with them for the rest of your life. Right. It's being a father. And we're on dreams. I slipped over, you know. I'm in a fatherhood mode now. But it's the one thing you're gonna do for the rest of your life. Right. So like I'm never not gonna be a father. Right. You know, and I'm gonna go through at least one or two different more phases of manhood.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna get older. This is another phase of man, but I'm still gonna be a father. And what can I offer to my kids as I go through these phases? At some point, they might have to help me out. It might switch totally over from me providing to now my son, my daughters, they're coming in like, hey, Dad, let me get you some food. Right. Now they feeding me. They taking care of me. I hope that doesn't happen, but it could. You know?
Right. Yes, sir. Just like I'm a product of your monologue. 30 minutes right down. I was like, how am I supposed to do this? I started going and I started flowing. I'm like, oh boy, okay. And getting up there and saying it. Not only, you know, getting the courage to write out my feelings, my inner feelings that I really didn't, you know, that compact and put away for a little while.
Yeah.
It was also helping healing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the men part is the trunk. So I need to heal so I could be a better father or whatnot.
Right.
Or like sometimes some men don't want to be like their father, but initially they have little traits and they don't even realize it.
Exactly.
And, you know, and then you're hurting the next generation because you're not totally healed yourself. So you're acting upon what you know and what you've seen, and you don't want to be that, but sometimes it goes that way. Because like my father was an alcoholic, so I try not to touch alcohol at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like because of my uncles as well, so I try not to touch it. But then again, even though I don't drink, sometimes the aggression, just frustrations come out, and I'm talking a certain way, and I'm feeling spanking like. Why is that necessary?
That's one of the things I had. You know, my kids were little at one point. I had a lot of times we don't ever do an analysis on what we think about how we want to discipline, how we want to talk to our kids, how we want to deal with our kids. So we just go to the old playbook. Yeah. So all of us come from a generation, I'm sure, where we got that butt whooped, right?
Yeah. My fault.
Yeah, and so it becomes one of those things where we just bringing that into our but when you think about it, what whooping did you get where you were like, yeah, yes.
I really learned that.
I learned it. I learned from that one. That was
Just
this one was a good one,
you.
Dad.
Made me afraid of you.
The way I got it right here that third time,
Yeah.
that was the one.
That was hey when you were like go get the switch, I was like yes, that makes a lot of sense.
switched on the light bulb.
Yeah.
Really, like
Yeah.
that's just,
So
afraid.
so it never helped us.
Right.
And so it's important that we have but if we never talk about it, you be making the decision in your house, at your thing, and you're just doing what you're doing and not realizing, once again, you're destroying a relationship that you're going to have with somebody that you're trying to keep it going. How do you have a relationship with somebody that you whoop?
Yeah.
and I was gonna ask that too. Like, and I obviously understanding that every relationship is different, but again, that was gonna be my question too. Like, are there relationship conversations on how we plan on parenting? Like, is that a thing?
That's why I created the Manhood Tree. We have a whole group.
Yeah.
So one of our sessions is on fatherhood. One of our sessions is on manhood. One of our sessions is on relationships. All the things. One of our sessions is on talking about when we were boys, when we were teenagers, when we were young adults. It allows for us to look at how did we get to who we are.
Yeah.
So the whole first half is like looking back, and then the whole second half is looking forward in a way, saying like, yo, this is how you want to come out of this thing and do better. So yeah, there's definitely conversations on that, because that's the problem, is that as men, we'll talk. The whole point of the Manhood Tree, the reason why we did all of this is because we'll get together and we'll say, yo, Zoe, what about the Knicks, man? What's going on with that? Everything, we'll talk about that. Hey, Zoe, yo, look at that girl over there. Blah, 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 blah. We'll do that. But we never sit back and talk about, hey, man, so what you doing with your son? Hey, Zoe, what's up with you and your wife? We don't talk about none of those kind of things. And so Zoe might know something I don't know. And so by us communicating about it, now the door is open. Now we can have deeper conversations. We could actually become friends. I think a lot of men have surface relationships where it's like we're cool with each other because we've learned how to be a man. Like, how to relate with men. So you know how to go in a place. You know how to chill with men. Maybe you smoke a little something. You drink a little something. And that's how you relate. But you don't know how to have real relationships, deep relationships. Somebody you could call and say, yo, man, I'm having a hard time today. I'm like, that's a relationship I want to have. Yeah. I want to be the kind of friend that when you need me for real, I'm a phone call away. Right. Not somebody you can only have fun with.
And it's the worst thing too. It's like, again, having all these people around you, but knowing that but not feeling comfortable making that phone call.
Right.
Because like you said before, most people lie to themselves.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm lying the whole time, how can I come to you and be like, yo, I'm struggling? Yo, you just told me you bought all this stuff. Like, I was lying.
I just saw you online.
I was lying in front of everybody. I'm sorry. Like, I don't go to the gym, yo. I just do it. Like, so like people. So when you do that, you're gonna have to like come to grips to.
I gotta deconstruct my entire story.
Right, yo. It's like now
yo,
I've been
man.
lying all this time. Now who can I tell? There's no one really. So I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Right. And you know what's cool about the the group that we have, all the people. Like, I feel like I could call any of those guys and talk to them, like really talk to them about something. And so it's like what I've been working on is like, okay, how do I keep extending that? How do we got a few more people in the fatherhood monologues. How do I get them to go to the group where we could really deal with some of this stuff? Like, I'm always social working it behind the scenes. I'm like chefing up. You guys cooking up CMOS, and I'm cooking up social work stuff. I'm trying to get you in a group because
they're all important. They're
right.
all important.
It's all going to help us.
Right.
So that's what it's all about. All right. So any other dreams we want to talk about? What about? I wrote down. Hold up. Let me put this up. What about philanthropy? We never talk about giving back.
I think I think this is giving back, actually.
This is your giving back today?
Yeah. I mean, no, I think the network is for me giving back.
Oh, yeah.
Because no one's paying.
Right.
I'll do everything.
I love it.
So, I mean, I think that's how I give it back. I always, somebody said, I don't know who said it, but there's a quote saying, if you master something, it's your duty basically to teach it to somebody else. Or share it with somebody else. If it's something that comes easy to you, why would you not let people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I choose that. So it comes easy to me. A lot of things are easy and I enjoy doing it.
Yep.
So in turn, I give it to the people that I like doing it for.
That sounds like that's like the highest level of life. Right. To really be like to be able to do the stuff you love and you get paid for it,
Right.
and so it's like you're just whether you're getting paid or not getting paid, you're just doing the stuff you love.
Just doing it. Yep.
I think what's funny is like how I think we need to like reclaim the idea of mutual aid and like a philanthropy. Because when we talk about philanthropy, we talk like in my mind, it's the big stuff. It's
Right.
like the big check for like X $1 million for like whatever it is. But it's like philanthropy and like mutual aid is like it's when John had like a basketball scholarship, but he needed sneakers, and like the church would like put money down to get him a pair of sneakers, right?
Right.
I think we're all communal in our own ways. We're all like doing philanthropy,
Right.
but I don't think we always see it as such.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think the idea is like is to continue giving back, giving back, having these conversations, creating spaces for these conversations, and also just like just whether it be in our vocation or it just be like in our regular lives, like just like looking out for people who may need the things.
Yeah.
Each show is pretty much teaching people about certain things.
Pretty much.
You're
Oh, yeah.
enriching yourself, so you're educating at the same time with doing what you love.
I love the idea that right now, if we wanted to, the four of us in this room, we could put up $20 each, and we could give it to somebody that needed some groceries if they needed it, right? And that's philanthropy.
Right.
That's it. I think that to your point is that people always think to be a philanthropist, you got to give $1,000 or $1 million.
That's Iron Man's fault.
Right.
He did that.
Iron Man. Right. but four men could decide, yo, we're gonna each put up $20, and today somebody getting $80 worth of groceries. Right. And somebody and so maybe
That's actually dope.
that would be dope. And so maybe groceries isn't the answer. Maybe it is. Maybe it's sneakers for a kid. $80, you can get a nice pair of sneakers for $80, right?
Help with a bill.
Maybe there's a light bill.
Definitely.
Maybe there's a light bill. And so, and I'm all. Is there anybody or anybody watching? I got $20.
Few people watching. I got $20.
You got 20?
I got $20.
I got $20.
I can throw a cash out.
You got to so that we got 60. Hey, we got $60, but nobody's saying they need anything, man. Too bad. We could have.
They gonna come back later in tomorrow's post. Like I wasn't
right.
watching, but
I was watching this.
I went to the bathroom.
All right, so did I mention? I already mentioned that I gave up fast food, right?
You did. You
All right.
said this month. How's that going?
I just gave it up
Just
yesterday.
Just yesterday.
What made you give it up?
I gave up fast food because I actually hate it.
You should hate it.
It's not it's like realistically, what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
It's been a while. I guess Wendy's.
Oh, you
Wendy's
only
pretty
eat fish though, right?
Correct.
So you already
So
pretty
Red
much
Lobster?
off of it. Okay. So what's your favorite?
No, I was gonna say that's a very good question because
Red Lobster isn't fast food.
No. I was gonna say I don't know if it's a matter of like a favorite or if it's a comfort food situation.
Yeah, which one?
Because I'm a diner guy. Like that's the difference.
Well, my point is this: when I was young, I used to love I would love to get a Whopper, you know, and I was saying to my wife yesterday, even though I'm boycotting McDonald's right now, anyways, because of the whole Gaza situation, I'm boycotting.
I think
them,
BK's in the same boat
yeah.
too. So like,
but my point is this: McDonald's stands up. Like the Big Mac is one of the best burgers. It stands up, right? But the problem is that it's like when I go get a Whopper, most of the time it tastes like garbage. It's like what when I'm eating it, I'm asking myself like, why am I putting this in my body? And so I just decided like I could wait 10 more minutes. I can go in the place and sit down and go eat. I didn't say I was giving up burgers. I'm just giving up fast food.
But to your point, they're selling convenience, right? So again, if you're like, all right, cool, I don't need the convenience.
I don't need the rush. I'm not in a rush anymore. And
because even the concept of fast food, it doesn't say there's quality in it. It's just fast.
So my whole thing is this also. If I go inside the restaurant, more than likely I'm gonna order a side salad too. So I'm gonna get a side salad. Can you take that frown off your face? Because he's like, you're gonna eat a burger still? Yeah, I'm gonna eat a burger, but I'm gonna have a side salad, a little sidey.
Can't have a salad.
I call it a sidey.
Not the side. Not the salad on the side. Like,
I call it a sidey, man. I have a little sidey.
It's all bad.
It's a side salad?
Yeah.
Because
From a fast food place?
No, from a restaurant. A sidey.
All right. And you know what I tell people? You go to fast food, people like fast food. If you think about this, people that work at fast food, it used to be you when you was in high school.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't eating from a high school
that's a
kid
good
making me
point.
no food. There's a bunch of high school kids in there. They
swear I
can't
don't
wait
eat
to
it.
get off, but they making your burger. And you make sure you get it right. Okay, I'm 16, 17. What are you gonna get right?
But also,
He can't even wash his face in the morning and brush his teeth, but he want to make your burger right. They all work at all the fast food places.
That's right.
that's fair. And in retrospect, like, what meal have you ever had in your life that was like better by being fast?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm
Zero.
done with it. I'm done with it,
Put
man.
oh my goodness, it's just I don't even understand why people eat that.
It's because of the protein. They think they need meat for protein.
No, but it's also marketing.
marketing.
Yes.
The marketing of it is
It's
they show
everywhere.
it to you on TV. You keep
Gooey,
seeing
chewy.
it.
It don't even
and
look
it's
like that in real life. That's like it.
That was the
it don't
other
look
thing.
like it.
I was watching a commercial the other day, and it was for Burger King once again, and they had a mozzarella stick, and
And it
the
looked
lady
nothing
bit
like
it,
it. And
and
it's
she
like-
was making it seem like the
That
cheese.
cheese pull. That
And I was
cheese
like,
pull.
"Come on, son. There's no way.
No.
There's no way."
You know, in the marketing, like some of that is like for like cereal and stuff is actually glue. The milk is glue. They put like Elmer's glue
right.
over it.
It's
Like
right.
it's, none of it. They shine up apples. It don't look nothing.
It's not real.
Everything you see is fake.
Yeah.
Things
like-
you watch and
But we talking about the burgers. Like, I think the reason that people do fast food is because like fries slap. Like the fried potatoes slap.
You know where the potatoes come from? Cat Williams did a whole skit about it. The potatoes, yo. Them aren't real potatoes.
I know.
He did a whole skit about it. You can look it up. It's real. Like them potatoes, you can't buy those. Those are some white potatoes that they manufacture so they last longer.
Yeah.
Shelf life. You can't even buy those. That's why they taste great.
I know.
That's why they taste great.
Right? They take people like look tastes great. Yeah, because they
I'm
created
giving
it.
them up. I'm giving them up. I'm giving up because potatoes have a lot of potassium in them.
The wheat in America is horrible. It's all genetically modified wheat in America. Everything, the bread, America's crazy. I'm just saying it is. Just
No doubt. No
so
doubt.
yeah, we're in the matrix.
So I'm logistical, right? Like, I guess my thought is like, all right, cool. You're giving up fast food. What are you doing to like to kind of like satiate? Because I'm assuming you're doing that because it's just easy to like leave work, go grab something, come back. Like, what do you do? Are you like packing lunches?
No,
Like,
I went down the street today. I had me a gyro.
Oh, you getting
It was
food?
Fresh.
How many-
That was a fresh gyro.
How many times
Fresh.
a day you need to eat?
Usually on
How many
Monday,
times,
Wednesday, and
how
Friday.
many times do you need to eat?
Once a day.
You only need to eat one time a day.
know.
They got you eating 3 times a day.
No, I don't
grazing like
eat.
cows
I don't
out
eat 3
there.
times a day. I
That's
eat
what people do. They
today. I'm
graze
gonna
all
eat.
day.
Today I'm gonna eat 2 times a day. But usually I eat 1 time a day.
Yes, I eat like in the morning. I juice.
You
in the
only
morning.
drink. Yeah, you juice and then
I
you eat
juice
later in the
morning,
day.
and I eat later in the day. I had a falafel. I'm straight.
You're not gonna eat again today.
Maybe if my wife says she want to cook, yeah, sure, cook. If not, I'm straight. I'm not. Then even the hunger thing, people you got to confuse. Your stomach is that's not the growling.
Yeah.
It's not because you're hungry. Your body's kicking off all the dead cells that you've been messing around eating all this garbage. Your body's trying to cure itself.
Yes.
So it's curing all that, and you think they tell you it's hunger, so you go eat more.
That's the other thing. People like Zoe and Dave, my boy Dave, they send me videos. You know, I have kidney failure.
yeah.
So they send me videos telling me that I could heal myself.
I didn't see your videos. I don't do that.
You sent me
want
a whole
to.
video the
I wanna
other
see
day about all the bad food that there was a whole video
there's a
about
video.
bad food.
Here's a video about yes. You saw that though?
Yes, I saw it.
Boy, Dr. Bobby Price, man. That boy.
Yeah. that's
So
the guy.
so my whole thing is like this. It's one step at a time. Maybe the next thing I'll say is I gave up. When I get my new kidney, I'm giving up beef because I'm not getting gout again.
All up, man.
I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm gonna become a
Food is so
pescatarian.
amazing. Food is so plant-based. Food is so, and the reason why, and the whole thing is the rush thing. Rush. If you sit in time and you cook, and I cook, I'm not even a cook. I don't like to cook.
Yes.
But I cook my food now because it's not even that hard, and it tastes amazing.
Why aren't you doing a show? Why aren't you doing a show on vegetarian eating?
Because what'd you say? Selfish? What do you say? So I'm selfish about me, man.
Hey,
You can watch the Bobby Price videos. No, because I'm not. Because
Listen.
I don't. Because people look at me like you crazy.
maybe you do the show, so then I'll eat it and I'll say this.
People think I'm
No,
crazy.
no.
Pretty
But
good.
I'll say this. Like, so as somebody who has like looked into this, like, so friends of mine are plant based or like are in that direction.
Yeah.
So I've been like, yo, like send me a list of like places I could go to. Like, if I want to get vegan cheese, where do I go? Like, literally all those pieces to be like, all right, cool.
vegan.
I don't.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't.
It's not vegan. See, that's the
Again, I don't know the science. I
It's
made
plant-
that clear. I
like
don't.
vegans.
I don't.
Let me tell you now,
Yeah.
vegans and plant based are different. A vegan place is different. Like I don't eat at vegan places
Yeah.
because vegan has chemicals in
But I
it.
do think the cheese that like it's chow cheese. I think that is like plant based. I think.
No, it has
Sure.
no. It has has they have soy in it. There's soy in it. The cheese you need is cashew cheese, made from nuts. It's cashew and waters. That's it.
No, but that's kind of going to my point, right? So a part of it is also like I think there's a lot of people trying to do things, but I think what's happening is like it's an idea of having to relearn how to eat.
Eat a whole food. That's what I tell people. That's the easiest way.
What?
Eat a whole food. I mean,
Eat an apple.
an apple. Like, what do you eat? A mushroom, an apple, a pineapple. Like, what do you? It's a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What you doing
ate
with a
beans.
mushroom? Like just
That's his
I
meat.
eat lion's mane. I cook lion's
God.
mane. I cook shiitake mushrooms. You can put mushrooms and portobello. You can put it with
Yeah.
with vegetables. I can make a patty out. I can make
The
a
thing that
hamburger.
you're
I can
not
make my own- I
talking
can make my
about-
own bread.
The thing you're not
It's
talking
easy.
about right
It's not
now
hard.
is the mind. The first part of this is the mind.
You know, all right. This is what I tell people about the mind. Like, I know this is how I am.
Yeah.
If I learn something and I know that it's going to kill me,
Yes.
and I've seen it kill other people, and I can do enough research to make me, and I think I'm pretty smart, make me convince me like, yo, that is the reason.
Right.
I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not. It's just me because I can't like crack. Everyone knows about crack.
Everybody knows
You
about
know
crack.
what crack does
Don't-
to you.
Don't do crack.
Right,
Yes.
you only because you know what it does.
Yes.
People don't do it for the simple fact they know what it does.
Right.
Like food is the same thing, it's just as addictive. It's probably more addictive than crack, actually.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So it's like when you tell people to get off something, they get mad, they get angry, they don't. You know what I'm saying? It's all those things come out.
Yeah, right.
The anger from the eating meat, they animal, they ain't get over. This is everybody eat. So it's like, all right, man. If you don't see and you can watch things and see things, it'll tell you that certain things will give you this over time.
Yes.
It was just like cigarettes.
Don't
You know-
smoke cigarettes.
You know, but people still smoke cigarettes. That's why this is it's the Matrix. It's baffling. They'll say this will kill you, and this will kill you. We got this for $2.99. You can get that together for $5.
well, they put the menthol in it, so
Yeah.
I'm just saying that it literally kills you, and people still do
it's
it.
a
Yo.
step-by-step process. Food, we're gonna do a food episode so Zoe can go ham.
Yeah, I just
The
feel
last
like,
3 episodes, Zoe's gotten on this holy high
Feel great.
horse about food because everybody's not a.
Because you know what?
plant-based.
Because what makes me mad is I see someone walking across the street limping,
Right.
swollen ankles. I know they got diabetes, but they got a big gulp in their hand and a bunch of fried chicken in the back. Like, yo, that's what's
That's
killing you.
No, that's a
man.
good point.
and like just
That's
to be
what's killing you.
clear,
Just limping around like yo, that's what's killing you.
I saw 2 guys today. One guy was walking like his back was broken, and the other guy was walking like somebody was pushing him. And so I was like, damn, do I look like that?
No, you don't.
Okay, good.
But I'm just saying, like, just,
He was walking on an angle like,
the body tries its best to heal itself, and all we do is mess it up. All we do, we put things in our body that ain't supposed to be, and you just. Your
all
body,
right, this is how we're gonna wrap up this session. This section.
Oh yeah, tell them.
I'm before you. I'm after Melvin has another point, but I want you to tell us one thing that somebody could do today. Just one, not 5 things. One thing. If they want to make a better choice, what's one thing they could do?
Don't eat till 1. Don't eat till between 1 and 5 every day.
you said don't eat until 1 through 5.
Until
Got you.
just drink.
That's the liver.
Drink some fluids.
Yep.
Drink juice.
Yep.
Hopefully, let's do juice. H2O. Drink some water.
Right.
Right. Have some fruit. Have some teas.
So this is your one thing.
Don't
eat until 1 o'clock.
1 to
that the
5
in-
circadian rhythm. That's when you're supposed to. Your body's going to digest the best.
Okay.
Is that
Between 12 and
is
4.
that the thought process behind intermittent fasting? Is that kind of
Yep.
what that is?
Yep.
Got you.
Because
Okay.
it's a circadian rhythm. Your body digests food at a certain time of the day. Like here is like probably like 12 to 4.
Yeah.
So you eat between 12 and 4, you're good. Once you eat after that, you probably won't even be hungry. You'll be amazed. That's like the fasting thing. That's why fasting, the Muslim thing became easy because like I usually fast at 12 o'clock.
Right. You
It's
already
like
missed out.
5
on
more.
the
It's like 5 hours left.
record. Yeah. Depends on the time of the year.
Right. So there's
But,
only a
yeah.
little time left. But then I'll start. Then your stomach will growl, but it's killing all that stuff.
Mhm.
Like then it'll go away. You ever notice you growl, just go, why did it go away? I drink water. Now you full. No. You know what I'm saying? So to do that to your body, give it a break,
Mhm.
right? So then you start eating the meals later. And if you eat, just eat something light. Don't get a double cheeseburger. Go you can get a chicken salad.
Yeah.
A light chicken salad, a little
Light
dressing.
chicken, a little
boom.
Grilled chicken.
Side
Like
eat.
that.
Right? Don't try to do nothing crazy with the breads is bad.
Right.
Because it clogs you all up.
All right, you're getting that's more than
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Thank you. Melvin, what were you gonna say?
And I was gonna say, there was 2 shows that helped me to become a pescatarian.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Netflix. One was What the Health,
Yep.
I'm gonna
and the other one was
Yeah.
so hard.
what was what was it called? Oh dang, it was about athletes. Have you know what I'm talking about? It's on Netflix as well.
For athletes?
Yeah.
I think I've probably seen. I've watched them all.
So you eat fish every day?
Sometimes I try not to. Sometimes I just do curry chickpeas.
Oh,
And when I'm working on getting out of rice sauce.
Chickpeas are amazing.
Chickpea slap. They
Wonder
go.
food.
They go.
so what are you saying? So you basically,
Chickpeas
I just
are
want to be
amazing.
clear with this. So on certain days, you're just like, I'm gonna have a little bit of chickpeas and what?
Unfortunately, rice because I'm
A little bit of
You
rice.
got jasmine rice and wild
Like
rice.
a brown rice
So
situation.
the rice with the chickpeas on top,
curry chickpeas at that.
curry chickpeas, and that's it.
Pretty much, and I'll be done.
I gotta learn how to make curry chickpeas.
I'm
No, curry chickpeas is dope. I just don't know
See
how
how
to make it.
society has it as when you say, "Oh, I'm eating good." That's like
Yeah.
steak, potatoes, all that kills you, but that's living good,
Right.
right?
I'm
But he
just
tells you
saying-
something that's very healthy and vibrant to your body. It's going to help you out. It's like, what you doing?
Because the thing about
That's what he
it,
said.
on that Game Changer, that's the name of the athlete.
Okay,
Game
yeah, I
Changer
did
on
see
Netflix.
that. Yeah, I saw that.
And one of the strongest guy in the world.
He was a vegetarian.
Correct. And they said, "How you stronger than an ox and you eat veggies?" He said, "Whenever you ever seen an ox eat meat."
That's right.
Or gorilla, silverback gorilla.
No, the silverback is strong too. Yeah, so
No,
strong.
all amino acids come from plants.
Correct.
B3 is dirt. Like all that's people.
Chickpeas.
Chickpeas. You can make bread out of chickpeas. That's what I make bread out of.
You make bread.
I had some
Chickpeas,
chickpea pasta yesterday.
Banging, man.
I see that
Zucchini
at
pasta,
Whole Foods all the
zucchini
Whole
pasta
Foods all the
too.
time.
Just read the ingredients. It all says chickpeas. And
Right.
you're
That's
good.
like a whole food. That's how you eat. Turn it over. It's like 18. Don't eat it.
Yep.
All right, so obviously, guys, you guys notice that every week if we get to the food topic, this is Zoe's favorite topic.
This is
You gotta eat
actually
to live.
Zoe's dream.
You gotta eat to
Yeah,
live.
he loves talking
wants to
about
do
this.
this.
Eat to live.
He's like sitting back waiting for somebody to say "fuh," and he's like, "Food?
Yeah.
You shouldn't eat that."
This is great. No, it's not.
No, so okay, we're in the wrap up tonight. One of the things we like to do on every episode is to talk about some manhood ish you did this week. So in the last 7 days, what is some manhood ish you did? I know it takes time for people to think about it, but I know mine this week, so I'll just say mine's right now. So my son was gonna go get a job, and I told my son that was a dumb idea because we own a company. And I said, you don't have to go work anywhere else because the job you're trying to go get isn't going to teach you a skill that's going to allow for you to be an asset to our company. So you need to come to the company and start working in the company. And so he has his program, the Fifth Down. It's his program. He created it. He came up with the idea.
Nice.
He did a conference. And I told him that, you know what, for the rest of the summer, come to the office. So I felt like that was some manhood-ish to be able to give. You did the same thing, right?
Yep.
Give your son a job
Yep.
and be able to say to him, like, so to be able to have something that the future is supposed to be him. He's, in order for him to walk in here and take this over one day, working at friggin' McDonald's ain't going to help him learn how to do that. So he needs to be
Especially
in the
if his dad
office.
won't go there. Like, just-
I ain't definitely going there. So that was my
Start
manhood
bringing
ish.
home food. He was like, I'm in.
I gave my son a J.O. All right, who's next? Manhood ish.
I mean, so we're running a summer program.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is, I've been having a lot of conversations with kids around behavior.
Good.
Like just trying to like have them understand why they're doing the things that they're doing. And like literally just because again, like for me, my big thing, especially with middle school, is that we're modeling behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So just trying to like, and obviously like the thing that we have that kids don't have is perspective.
Right.
So kind of talking through the things like what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, why are you feel what is the feeling that's like causing you to act up in this way?
Yeah.
So I think those conversations have been because I've been doing this for some time, but I don't consider behavior stuff to be my bag.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm realizing that I'm actually really good at it.
Oh, good.
So like I would say that would be the thing that I would consider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just, before we give you the last two manhood ish, I wanted to do an interjection about something I've been thinking about. Maybe you guys have some thoughts on this. Especially when you're working with young people. So, blackness.
Mm-hmm.
What is blackness?
I think it's culture. More culture than like a skin color. I think it's culture.
I heard this comment, I think it was on TikTok, where they were saying that when black people think that they're doing better, they try to move closer to whiteness. And I've been thinking about that comment because I think that I think it's a lie.
Yeah,
I agree with what you just said because I think that one of the things is that the image of blackness that we often see is not, it's very limited. So
Yeah.
we see like rappers. That's one image of rappers of blackness.
Of wealth.
We see people like the rapper women, the young women who are fast. And so if you see that all the time, you would think that's black. That's how black people are. But the thing is that most of the black people I know aren't like that.
Right. I think we had a conversation about that.
Do we have this conversation?
Because we talked about how white, like, you know, white people, whatever, they'll see you and they'll think that all black people are crazy. Like, and then you think to yourself, like, I don't know nobody like that either.
Right.
Right. They're like, oh, these girls like, yeah, who's that? I don't have no friends like that. But the perception they all give us is that they're all like that.
Yeah.
Right. We're all like one way. Like if you look at, like, even in the television, there's some other network. It's like a Amazon, but it's in South Africa. I was watching some of the episodes.
Yeah.
It's all black millionaires.
Yeah.
They're all got, I'm like, where are these people from?
Right.
And they're known in South Africa as being black millionaires, but
Yeah.
you never see them on this side.
Right.
We don't put that on Tubi or anything
No.
like that.
But to your point, also, I think, I mean, like, this we're gonna get in like the whole antebellum America, like America in and of itself. Again, like every country, most empires have done the slavery thing.
Yeah.
But I think we don't always dwell on how like insidious it was, and like how insidious and how like devastating generationally slavery has been, to the point where, again, like we can't even think of black people in these spaces.
Right.
So I think, and I think a part of it, so like people who I know who are from Chicago, people I know are from Jamaica, like I think there's like a limit to what we think black people can be because we don't always see it. But I think growing up in spaces that have been like segregated, like I know there can be black doctors because I've had black doctors, right?
Of
So I
course.
think that's a step up where I think Connecticut isn't that place, right? So I think it's easy to kind of be in the fishbowl living in a place like Connecticut.
Right.
But I do think, so when we talk about like acting white or like moving to, because the idea of like proximity to whiteness is always, it is a thing that like people do when they're trying to get, because sometimes it's also, so 50 Cent, like I am producing movies now, I'm producing TV shows now. I got to go somewhere where like I got to go to somebody who's doing it.
All right.
Right, so let me find those people. So like sometimes it's moving in that direction, not because the people are white, but because that's where the expertise is. Right?
Okay.
They own majority of the wealth in America.
Yeah, right. So
you have to.
But I do think the idea of like acting white or being this, that, and the third is like, again, because people don't always have like the broad, like you're saying it, the broadest view of what blackness can be historically.
How does if you ask a normal kid, how does a millionaire, billionaire black man move? How does he move? His family. What do they look like? Do you know any? Can you name one?
He got shot 9 times, and like
What I'm saying, but they could explain like, oh, Kardashian's worth $1 billion, he's worth $1 billion. Give me some black billionaires and where they live at.
Yes.
They are, but in America, they're not going to tell you.
Right.
Just like the indoctrination, they're going to tell you anything, and that's going to make you feel good about yourself.
Right.
They don't want you to feel good about yourself. So if you know that,
Well, so one of the things that I've been thinking a lot about is that I think we get caught up with the money thing too. So like money becomes the color. Like, so we're, instead of being black or even white, we become green. So it's like everything's about money. And so we forget about, like you said, about the culture, about like what we represent. If you allow yourself to believe, like most of the things that have been invented over the years, black people had their hands on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that means that they had some kind of knowledge base. They had like a lot of the music we listen to, a lot of a lot of inventions and different things. And so it's like, that's the part where I feel like if I'm a young person, so even like you work with 14, 15-year-olds, right? 13, 14 years old, and they're trying to create their identity right now. And so, but it's like, what is it based off of? So from their environment, they're choosing a certain identity that's based on maybe who knows what. But I feel like that they're in the perfect place to really kind of like to be indoctrinated by truly what being black is.
But to Alonzo's point, again, like it feels like we're always starting over because we don't have the context of like history, right? So it's like, again, if you're not teaching these kids that black people have done this, like, again, if we're not teaching these kids that like the majority of like the software and or hardware that you're like the genre in and of itself, like, so again, we see rock and roll as like a white sport. It's not. Right. So like, again, we've stripped away historically, like they're taking away the context, and they're taking away context is being taken away and being stripped away. to the point where like again even now like it's you see it across genres. So when people talk about like black art, a lot of it is hip hop. It's not reggae that's been going on forever. It's not R&B, rock and roll, all these other things that have been here forever, right? So again, it's we are taking things that we have created and not teaching people that we created them.
Right.
So people always go in trying to like do a new thing when it's like, no, you just don't know how connected you are to this thing.
Of course. Right. Yeah.
And if you don't speak slang, you're speaking white. Like, really? Because I want to
Proper
speak
English.
proper. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
called proper English if you speak correctly.
Correct.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I'm speaking white. You know, if I don't speak the slang, oh, why you talking like you white? I'm like, I'm not.
Talking normal.
You know what I mean? Because like you go back to slavery, like you said, the slave master used to beat their slaves. Why? Because they didn't do what they say. What do we do to our children? We beat them because they don't do what we say. And if you realize that, you like, wait, I don't want to do that because that's what. How did they feel about their slave master after they did it?
Right.
You want your child to not like you too?
Right.
Trauma.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Trauma. Yes, sir.
All right. Manhood issue did this week before we get out of here.
Oh yeah. Zoe signed up for driver's class. He's in the class right now.
Nice.
Hey, congrats.
Get that driver's license, though.
It's scary though.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that him and Adi were in the car together driving.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Adi picked. How was that? He was like, it was okay. Adi can drive. And stuff. I was like, man, but you guys are together. This feels weird.
Just let him go.
For me, I would say spending a lot more time with my son, my 6-year-old son. Because
Nice.
usually, you know, you cooking or you doing other stuff with other children, and he's like 6. He's like, you go play with your toys right quick. Let me do it. I just sat down and played with him. He enjoyed it. He cuddled up with me and everything. I didn't say, oh, move away. I embraced him.
Right.
You know, and also when I went to a barber, he's like 18, and we're just talking, and he said, thank you for talking to me. He even dropped the price because I was just talking with him. You
Wow.
know, it's just, he's like, sometimes just listen and just.
I wish my
conversate.
barber would do that. My barber was an hour late today, and he still charged me. Nah,
boy.
he was trying to give it to me for free. I just go to Jaws Barbershop. He's a good guy.
I was gonna say like he dropped the price for having a conversation. Like,
Yeah.
that's
No,
You,
seriously.
you must have been dropping gems on
that's
him.
a look.
Yes. The funny thing, he said, I remind him of Demetrius.
Oh, is it Demetrius's barber too?
It was one of his protege.
Oh, okay.
Actually, because he's like I say, he's 18. He just graduated high school this year.
Nice.
Oh, that's tough.
This dude let an 18-year-old cut his hair.
Yeah, like right.
Dangerous.
Hey,
listen. Don't worry. He let an 18-year-old make his hamburgers and fries too, so don't worry about it.
He don't eat hamburgers.
Well, whatever.
All right, we wrap up the show with a little brotherly advice. Melvin, I'm gonna come back to you. This is just some advice you want to give out to the brothers, get them through their week, keep them positive. Anything you want to give them, little brotherly advice before we get out of here.
Really, just love yourself, and just appreciate what you have, and appreciate what you do. And nothing's never too little. What you do, because like I said, I had a conversation, and it was big to him, and it was just a conversation for me. You know what I'm saying? So just be encouraged and don't be discouraged.
I love it. What you got, Zoe?
Steal it from earlier. Be selfish about yourself. Be selfish, man. You got to be selfish because you're no good to anyone else if you're not doing well, mentally, physically, emotionally, all that. So be selfish about yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Be true to yourself.
I love it.
Does that mean I don't have to go? No, I'm playing.
You're next.
No, I just be accountable to the work. Like just be accountable. Like show up. That's the biggest thing for me. Like again, there's times where you feel like you want to shy away from things, but like showing up is the only way to get where you're trying to go.
I love it. All right, mine's this week is don't allow where you're from to determine where you're going. Don't allow where you're from to determine where you're going. A lot of times we get into this whole mindset of, you know, I'm from Hartford, I'm from White Plains, I'm from this place, and this is how people from where we are do things. And I just want to remind everybody that's listening that there's a whole world out there, and you should get a little taste of all of it. And so allow yourself to have a universal, a worldwide point of view on how things are, because there's so much out there beyond the borders of wherever you're from. And now I just tell you to never stop dreaming. All right, so we are done with this show tonight. This is another good show, the Manhood Tree Podcast. I want to thank our guests, Melvin Chapman, Patrick Williams, and shout out to Alonzo Lee Beckett. Ow! My name is Abdul Rahman bin Muhammad. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Never stop dreaming. Ow!